Fucking weird ass. Weird ass fucking people. Oh, good lord. What am I gonna do with these people? What am I gonna do with these people? What is it? Oh no. What's the inspiration to our restaurant? Enjoying our dedication, blah blah. Our restaurants are offering to our fans. Oh no. That sucks. It looks familiar. It looks familiar. Let me see. It looks familiar. That sucks. Oh. Oh man. Go ahead. Sucks. Hey Monique, Kate, LZ, how you guys doing? Shit. 20 to 30 inches. Holy shit. Good lord. LZ, thanks for the super chat. Uh, as far as the new Scorpio guy, I would say like he's not feeling like completely happy about stuff in his life, and he's worried about making, commitments. He's feeling kind of insecure. Looks like he's got a lot of delays going on in and around him. He might not feel appreciated by some people around him, but it looks like towards the end of the month, like maybe next week, he's gonna like be a little bit more active, and he's gonna stay precautious at the same time. But his desire right now is to recover from what he's lost and what he's done in the past like month or so. I also get like he feels kind of guarded right now, and he's just trying to be like a lot. He's trying to change how he lives his life right now because he's not happy with how things are going for him. So I think he's gonna go through like a transition period where he wants to, at least. And the old Scorpio, it looks like he's feeling a lot of pressure from the people around him. Like he feels like he's lost a lot. And he also has some delays in his life as well due to women in his life, or there's women around him that are making him feel like the pressure. There's a lot of insecurities around him too. He also is worried about like he's also worried about like the way he looks, the way he is. I do get like him like wanting some possibilities to make things better, but he's kind of like how am I gonna put it? His thoughts are not very like positive. So he's kind of feeling kind of like, like he doesn't care to a certain extent. And what's going through his mind is like he wants to begin something that means something to him. So the old Scorpio might be looking for a new job or a new like beginning because he's not getting ahead right now. He's not feeling like he's getting ahead. But he definitely wants to like try and make his life better, but it's kind of really up to him. But he's looking for some new beginning to his old problems and his old situation. So that's what I get on those two. Holy shit. Hey, call it up. On here. Snoring out of control over here. Thanks for the super chat, LZ. Let's check. Hey Tanya, how you doing? What Spirit wants you to know from now until upcoming in November is that if you feel like you have lack of friends or a lack of like what you want and what you think you're gonna have in the future, and you feel like you're not happy that things are not going as fast as you want or things aren't going as well as you wanted to, that could be like just your thoughts and your feelings. There might be plans that you make that get canceled or have to be pushed back due to like certain situations. But as far as like getting money, improvements in finances, benefits, profits, gains, that can happen like between now and the end of the year, especially going into next month. If you're waiting for like good news, Spirit says that there could be some gains and advancements of what you want, things coming towards you, possible promotion if you want at work, or possible like recognition of your abilities, and then they'll ask you for your ideas. And if you want to implement your ideas in a certain situation, you can gain from that. So you might be offered like some type of situation where you can make more profit or gain or actually make do a favor for someone and then it benefits you in the long run. I do see the King of Cups here, which is probably uh the Scorpio, and this person is very focused on their work, business, life, and they can be like very considerate and generous towards you in the upcoming weeks. So this can this looks good here for like from now and upcoming in November, as far as like things happening for you, you being happy with like good getting good news, and if you're expecting something, then it'll happen in a certain way. But I feel like this is like related more to like work or like some type of project you're doing, something to do with money or gains, you know? So I would say like that's what you got looking for you like in that aspect. But I see the Scorpio guy here upright, so he might be a factor for you in the upcoming weeks. Tanya, you said glad today is over. I got lazy and just stayed in this evening. It's pouring rain. Yeah, it's been raining here too. Okay. Well, hopefully you find a piece of paper. You feel it? Hey Steve, how you doing? You said, do I have any trouble coming up in general? I don't know, D. Oh, okay, cool. So you might get rewarded for that, so or get recognized, yeah. So that's good, LZ. I got good things there. Spirit said good things are coming. Just let it ride out. See how it goes. But it looks good. I don't get nothing bad. You're welcome, LZ. Thank you. I forgot the damn water. Shit. Oh well. Everything happens for a reason, so just look at it that way. Everything happens for a reason. I had lobster tonight. It was so fucking good. I needed that lobster. I haven't had lobster in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks now, I think. I've been craving a lobster so bad, and I finally ate one today all by myself. I deserve it after all the bullshit I've been through. So I treated myself today. What's up, Dan? How you doing, bro? It's been an interesting day. The lobster I eat doesn't have claws. It's not like you guys. It's spiny lobster. Maine lobsters are have claws. We don't have Maine lobsters here. We have spiny lobsters. So they don't have claws. They have like two you know, like antennas. We don't have those here. Oh, nice, Dan. So you look 10 years younger. That's good. Got cleaned up and shaved. I gotta get cleaned up and shaved too. Yeah, we don't have main claw lobsters. Yeah, we got skinny legs. Because today I bought a live lobster and I let him, you know, stay alive for as long as he could. Then I put him in the fridge. And when I came home, I cut him up. He was pretty much gone. Cleaned him up, clean it up, put some garlic butter and some Old Bay on it. Oh my God, it was so good. I was like, thank God. When a lobster gets caught and you eat it like the same day, like I did, and it was a lot, and it was like alive right up until you like pretty much eat it, and it doesn't go to the freezer. It's like the best tasting lobster ever. But see, I can't really do that too much because when I buy a lobster, sometimes my sister's got something going on where she don't eat with me. Because when I buy a lobster, I usually buy a lobster for me and my sister, and then we eat it together. Like, but she's not here; she's away. Everybody's away. My mom's sick, so she doesn't want to eat no lobster. But she ate soup today, and she feels better now. And the Dayquil I got her, she took 2 doses of it, and she says she feels a little better now. So, so I'm happy that she's better. My brother and my older sister went there today, like I hoped, and they did, and they stayed there right up until like 9 o'clock. So I was like, good, yes. So I was there during the day, and then my sister and brother went there during the night, and that was like perfect. Dan, you said enough for the wife, Grumps, and me. I'm not his mother. Yeah, mom's is all right. She's all right now because the TV wasn't working. Like the I got her like one of the I got my dad and her one of these boxes that have like it's called an IPTV box, and it wasn't working. And I told her that the one here wasn't working either. So they must have had some bad weather and trouble. Plus we had bad weather here too. So I told her just give it a while and then it'll come back. So she called me back and said, "Oh, it's on now. I get to watch my show at 10 o'clock." I said, "All right, cool. I'm glad it's back on." Steven, what's up, buddy? Are you there? Yes, of course. Can't you see me? I got your donation just now. You said, "Do I have any trouble coming up in general?" That's your question. All right. So what I'm getting, Stephen, in general here is you might feel overwhelmed at times. If you're planning on something, it might not go as well as planned, or it might not go according to plan. The cards are saying also that you should like take time to rest and recover, feel better, or if you need rest or you're not getting sleep, to get more rest and get more sleep. I see a woman here that is that could be significant in your life or is around you in your life, and this woman is someone who is like feeling sad, feeling lonely, feels separated, and is very perceptive to what's going on. This person's smart and quick at the same time, but there also could be like a situation where this person doesn't want to work with you and doesn't understand you and wants to be alone. So if you are trying to help this woman or help this person, they probably don't want your help or don't want to work with you. They have difficulty in understanding you and others, so don't take it personally. And if you do take it personally, I can understand. But you also like try not to make the same mistakes you've made in the past. Don't be too generous. And if you suspect that things are not right, then it isn't right. Don't be too kind and don't be vulnerable to people like this, especially this woman. Because she might be perceiving things like, you know, that might not be true on your like towards you, and she might think of other things that make you look like you're the one who put it in her brain or you're the one who done something bad to her. But I feel like this all can be self-inflicted. So the less you deal with this person, the better it is for you. Or if this woman's trying to help you but you're refusing to help, then that could be like the situation I see here also. But I'm not getting nothing extremely bad or trouble. I'm just getting that if you're dealing with this woman or you're dealing with this person, it's time to face reality in when it comes to this person. You gotta face that reality. Yeah. Hey Nisi, how you doing? I just got the donation. It just came through. I just got the ping. Sometimes when you guys donate, if you don't tell me, then it's gonna come up and show up like at a while. Like the email comes in afterwards, and it's Friday night, so it's probably like busy. So they're probably like the transfers don't take a while to come through. So when you guys donate, just tell me, and then you know, so that way I don't have to wait for it to come through. But that's what it probably is. If you said you sent the donation a while ago, then I just got it. I just heard the beep. So it's Friday night, so it's probably taking a while to come through. It ain't my fault. But Steven, I don't know if that makes sense, but the main thing here, if you don't want no trouble in general, then I would say don't make the same mistakes you've made with this person in the past. That's the main thing. Is not to make repeated errors, and don't be so vulnerable to people that need your help or want your help or things like that. Especially women. You know how these women are. They be a pain in the ass. That's why I love women when they sleep. 'Cause they don't aggravate me. Okay, Dan. But the woman is a queen of swords and she is upright, but that the queen of swords is also upright can mean like a woman that perceives certain things and perceives like a person and like will act sad and act like lonely and play the victim and reel you in. So don't make the same mistake you made in the past concerning these people or this person. That's right, Stephen. Never. Don't give in to these women. You're welcome, bro. And thank you for the donation. It wasn't that long ago, maybe like 10 minutes earlier. Okay. Let me see when it pinged me. All right. It pinged me at 11:46. So that was 7 minutes ago that I actually got it. So I got it 7 minutes ago. But you said 10 minutes ago. So see, it took a couple minutes to come through. It ain't my fault. There you go, Steven. Keep them on. All right, Nisi, you're next. You can ask your question when you're ready. Okay. Come on, thing. Okay, cool, Tanya. I'm glad you found it. I'm glad you found it. Well, Nisi, Spirit wants you to know that there's change that you need to make. There's changes you need to make. Spirit says things might be very inconsistent in your life. You might feel like instability, or you might feel like things are not the way you really want it to be in certain areas of your life or in a certain area of your life. You may feel uncertain about the outlooks of things and situations. You might feel tired or weak, or you might feel like, I don't want to, I might have to get rid of friends, or I might have to get rid of a certain person. If you feel like someone's trying to seduce you or like change you or make you do something you don't want to, then it's time to step up to that and make sure that doesn't happen. Um, Another thing is I get here is there could be somebody, if you're working at a place where there's a woman that tries to assist you and also has an ulterior motive and tries to trick you into doing something that you don't want to do, then that could be the situation there. You know those signs that say beware of whatever? You need to be aware of the help that you receive, because sometimes people like to help in order to get double back. So there might be a situation at work or in your life where a person is like, assisting you, but also has an ulterior motive at the same time. They could be like, helping you do something and lining you up for a favor that you don't want to do. So be careful of help that you receive, because you might be feeling obligated to help the person back, and then you're like, oh shit, now I know why this person was kind of like, wanting me to help them, because now they want double back now. So sometimes it's not good to like receive too much help, because then people want double back. But if you're okay with that, then that's fine. But if you're not okay with that, then that's what this person's trying to do. Because some people like to help without no, um, with a nothing back policy, you know? Like, oh, don't worry, I'll help you, but you don't ever have to help me back. I'm not gonna ask you for help. And then when shit hits the fan, they'll be like, oh, remember, I did this for you, and could you help me now? I need help, blah blah blah. And then you'll be like, yeah, now I see what's going on. So it could be a situation coming up, if not already. It could be a situation coming up where this person does that, and it could be a woman. Doesn't have to be, but it could be. I also get here that be very cautious about making certain decisions concerning like yourself and disputing with other people, being involved with someone who likes to contradict themselves. I feel like in the next like couple weeks, you might get, certain people around you who make you question yourself, or maybe question them and their trust and their, ways, or the way they say things around you. You be like, wait a minute, I thought you were cool, but now you're like making me doubt me and doubt you. And now what am I gonna do? So if you find yourself saying that, or feeling that way about certain people around you, then you're right. Always go with your intuition about how you feel about certain people when they act weird around you. You know what I mean? So if you take a chance on this, then you might lose. So remember that. And also, if there's no like, if your love life isn't that great, it's probably gonna stay that way. You might not have no serious love life, or if you do have a love life, it's probably inconsistent. Or there's somebody that you're involved with that their heart is not in the right place right now. And remember, these are things that probably are happening now or could happen in the next couple weeks. So this could be like a pre-warning from spirit to like make sure you don't get yourself caught up with this person or these situations. Because if you're a nice person, people want to take advantage of you for in some way. So be careful with that. Could be at work, could be personal, could be a lot of things. People find a way. So I feel like that's more of a warning. Tanya, he said be right back. So I guess he's gone and he'll be back afterwards. He says he was gonna go get bandaged up, Tanya. He said he got cleaned up, shit shower and shave, and now he's waiting to get bandaged up. Yeah, I saw that. You said that you found your piece of paper and you threw it in your little trash camper, and thank goodness you didn't take it out of the garbage. That's good. I'm glad. I'm glad you found it. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you found it, especially if it's important. That's good. Hey, Teresa, how you doing? Well, I'd like to give you a spirit message if you want before you go to bed. It's like giving you a bedtime story, but only a spirit message. Yeah, I'm all right. I'm kind of tired, but I'm okay. I'm probably gonna sleep like a baby tonight because I had lobster tonight. You're welcome, Nisi. Yeah, please do, because I think Spirit wanted to let you know that people are, gonna act up. So, all right, let's see what I got for you, Teresa. My nephew texted me today, and he's in Ottawa. He's toured like all over. He's all over. He's been all over Canada this week. He's looking at colleges, and he texted me and said, "Hey, bro, I'm on a 3 hour bus ride to Ottawa." I said, "I've never been there, but have fun." But he sent me some pictures of Trent College in Canada, and he says it was a really nice place. And he says he was really impressed with it. So I was like, "Good, bro. Just see what options you have. Between Canada and the UK, you have good options, and it's close to home." So he says he really likes it there. He likes Canada, so maybe he might go there for college in 2 years. We'll see. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know that he's out there, in your neck of the woods. I think it's in like Toronto area, like in that area, because he just came from Toronto. I don't know exactly where it is, but it's in Canada, in Toronto somewhere, I guess. Because he was in Toronto, he was in Halifax, then he went to Toronto, and now he's going Ottawa. Yeah. All right, this is your card from Spirit, Teresa. It says hope. Your loved ones in the spirit world know when to reach out if they see you're at a low point. Whatever, whatever, whether you're caught up in a difficult situation or struggling with someone specific in your life, there is always hope. Good night, Steven. Take care, bro. You're welcome, Teresa. Keep up the hope. Tanya, you want a card? Of course you do. I always got time. All right, Tanya, you got synchronicity. Are you noticing the signs of synchronicity that the spirit world has been sending you at this time? People and situations in your life are not just appearing by coincidence. In reality, they are being guided to you from spirit world to help you for a specific reason. I mean, well, the servants definitely deserve lobster. That's for sure. If you're a servant, then you should be served good shit. Amen. You're welcome, Tanya. Sometimes it could be facts. It could be bullshit. I'll take it. If I was a servant, I'll be happy to eat lobster. Hell yeah. Maybe that's why I like lobster, because maybe, you know, being a servant of God. I guess that's why God rewarded me today. He says, "You're my servant, Marky. Have a lobster on me." Hell yeah, I love lobster. Teresa, I'm gonna give you another card from this animal deck. All right. Your card is number 7, the Chariot. It says Arabian horse. You can successfully balance various and opposing energies all at once through determination and focus. You've earned the rewards and recognition you're receiving. So there you go. You see the yellow butterfly right there? That's a cool message. There you go. It's that good shit. Monique, you want a card? You're welcome, Teresa, no problem. All right, Monique, this is your card number 4, the Emperor, the Deer Mouse. Structure and organization are important right now. Don't be afraid to take on a leadership role as you have much wisdom to offer. Eat your mouse. All right, my card. I pulled a card for myself, and I got the Three of Winter, the rose-breasted grosbeak. Sadness is a part of life, but you don't have to endure it alone. You may need a little time to heal, but once you work your way through the emotions, you'll be stronger than before. Amen to that. Amen to that. All right, Teresa, thanks for coming by, and I'm glad I got to give you some cards. I've been meaning to give you some cards, but I've been so busy with everybody else coming in here sometimes, so it's finally was quiet enough for you to get your messages. Yeah, that's a good card for myself because that's how I've been feeling, about my dad and my mom and stuff, and feeling kind of like shitty and sad about the whole thing. But I know I'll be stronger than ever because I have my dad in spirit now, so that's yet another person to help me with readings and to help me with life. And today I went live on TikTok for the first time for like 20 minutes and DJ'd on there. I just did it out of the blue. I didn't even have my glasses. I didn't even know who the fuck was watching me. And then my nephews were watching me, and they told me it sounded really good and I did a good job. And they were like, I saw you squinting your eyes trying to look at the chat. And I was like, I forgot my goddamn glasses when I went live. And I was like, oh shit. And then I couldn't see the chat and I didn't even know who the heck was in there. But my nephews texted me right after and was like, hey, bro, yeah, we saw you. So I was like, cool. I just did it just to do it. Like, I just felt like doing it for a couple minutes just to see what it sounded like and see if my nephews saw it. So they said everything sounded good. So now I can actually, do it more often because now I know it works and now I know it sounds good. So I was like, I'm glad my nephews had a chance to see it so they can tell me if it was good or not. Yeah, that's all right. I didn't really tell anybody because I didn't tell anyone, and my nephews just saw me live and they was like, "What the heck? You didn't even tell us you were good." I said, "Look, man, I just clicked the button and just said, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it." That's how I am. I don't really schedule anything. I just say, you know what? I feel like going live. I'm gonna play some music. Fuck this, because nobody's here, right? So I'm all by myself. My sister's away. My nephew's away. So I just said, you know what? To hell with this. I'm just gonna go live and just play music for like 20 minutes. So like I popped the lobster inside the oven and I said, shit, I got 25 minutes. I'm gonna play music for like 20 minutes real quick. And I was hesitating. I was like, I shouldn't go live because I don't even have my glasses. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna do it. Just see what happens. And then bang. I'm glad I did because my nephew says it sounds good and that I did a good job. So I was like, all right, cool. I trust their judgment. Yeah, I'm gonna let everybody know when I actually, do it again. But like I said, I didn't really not let anybody know because I didn't even know if I was gonna do it or not. But I got brave today and said, fuck it. I was bored. So I was like, you know what? I think it's time I go live and DJ some music for a bit. So I actually got lucky that my nephews were able to see me. And then we have like a WhatsApp chat together. So they were like, hey, bro, yeah, it was good. You did a good job, man. You played so much good music. We were so happy you came on because you gave us something to do. And I was like, bro, I didn't even think I was gonna go. I just did it out of the blue. They were like, you should have told us. I was like, look, man, I just pressed live and the thing just started connecting, and I was like, oh shit, oh well, I might as well start playing music. But I only did it for 20 minutes, if that, just to see if it sounded all right. But now that I got the go ahead that it sounds good and it works, now I'm probably gonna do it like every night for a couple minutes. So tomorrow night, I'm probably gonna do it, or tomorrow like afternoon. But I'll send out like I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna like I'll tell everybody on Instagram that I'm going live, or I might do it on TikTok. I'm on TikTok, so I'm just gonna like Probably just send a message on TikTok and say that I'm doing it. So I can't really schedule it because I don't know what time I'm actually gonna do it, but it's probably gonna be in the evening time. I went live like 7 o'clock or whatever it was, like seven something, I think, something like that. But yeah, I was actually happy I did it. I had fun. It was cool. So that's how I am. I do shit at the spirit, like the last minute, and I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it, let's go. But now that I know it works, I'll be doing it more often, especially the next couple of days because I'm bored. I'm home by myself. The weather's shitty. So I was like, you know what? Let's DJ for 20 minutes. Fuck it. Yeah. I'm just bored here all by myself and the weather's shitty, like I said. Tomorrow I'm going to have lunch with my mom and go down there and see how she's doing again. But I'm very happy that my brother and my sister were there today. My older sister went shopping and bought my mom like a couple blouses and skirts and a suit, some shoes, a watch. I'm really happy that she did that for my mom. Both fucking times she stepped up. Cheap ass bitch. I'm sorry. But that's how I feel. Both times she did something. So my brother went there and hung out with her and watched TV and stuff. So that was cool. My mom said both of them were there and made time pass by. And she was happy and then she called me about it. So I'm glad like everybody's coming together and helping out. So that's good. All worked out. Well, all I can say, Teresa, is I do my part, and I always have. I've always taken care of my parents no matter what. But unfortunately, my siblings are doing, they should have been helped my mom and dad. But they use my mom and dad as a convenience whenever they feel like it. But now that my dad's gone, they feel obligated to go see my mom now. Meanwhile, I've been going down there all the time to see him. But I'm glad though. I'm glad everybody's stepping up about fucking time. So I was actually happy when my mom called me and said, "Oh, your sister just left here. She gave me a whole pile of clothes and a watch." And I'm actually shocked she gave me all this stuff. I said, "Well, her nickname is Judas." It's like, no, no, she's not Judas. I said, yeah, she's not Judas now because she gave you shit. Because, oh, your brother was here watching TV with me, so I had both of them here. I said, oh, good. Judas 1 and Judas 2. And my youngest sister, she's in Vegas. She's going to a concert tomorrow with her friends. She went shopping today. She said she did so much shopping that she had to get another suitcase. my my youngest sister, she's something else. She like when she goes away, she goes crazy. She goes to those malls and she said she went to some outlet place today and she said she bought so much shit it was ridiculous. Like she bought all these Christmas stuff for the boys and stuff. She got me some shit too, so she's like, fuck it, I bought another suitcase, I don't care. And I was like, hey, go ahead, enjoy your life. Because when you were with your ex-husband, he never let you do anything like that. He used to hold her back and, you know, he never let her go on trips with her friends and all that. I said, girl, you're free as a bird. Do what you want. You make money, you're good. You can afford it. Have fun. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about mom. I got everything covered. She was like, yep. I said, enjoy your life. You see, dad, he's gone. He enjoyed his life. He worked hard. Do your thing. Go have fun. I'm happy that both my sisters went away and doing their thing. And they deserve it. They did a lot for the funeral and stuff. So, and me, I'm good. I just like to be home and hang out with my mom, do some shit that I need to do, and that's it. All right, Monique, thanks for the super chat. You said, is Carolina gonna continue to battle you? All right, Teresa, thanks for coming by. I appreciate it, and sweet dreams, and hope you have a great weekend. Hmm. Well, well, that's how I am. I ain't gonna change for nobody. That's for sure. I'll always be the way I am. That's what gets me through life. But to answer your question, I would say this person isn't gonna continue to battle you because I get all positive cards here. I don't get nothing negative. So I would say like I don't think this person's gonna battle you because if they were, the cards would be like reversed because they want like to battle. But I'm getting that she's not. She's not gonna keep battling you. I don't get that. I feel like this person because they are. I don't know how am I gonna put this. Like I feel like this person is like doing good in their own life and they have everything they need and they feel like oh, why am I gonna battle her if I have more than her or I have like I don't know if she's like that, but from what I get in the cards, it tells me like, oh, why should I battle her if I have more than her, or if I battle her, I'm gonna lose what I have or lose my time, my energy, and my money on someone who, you know, is less than me. Like that's the attitude I get from her. So it's like, why am I gonna battle her? I'm already winning. I already won in my own way. If that makes sense. Yeah, she's the Queen of Pentacles. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. Because the Queen of Pentacles is a woman that has a secure job, and she's like, she has everything she needs. She's secure and would not waste her time on somebody that isn't on like her level. Yeah, yeah, you don't have to be rich, but like she herself is comfortable with her own life. You know. So the Queen of Pentacles is a person who is comfortable in their own skin and comfortable with their own life. Like she feels like she's wasting her time or downgrading herself by battling you, if that makes sense. And she has so much going on with work that she doesn't even want to waste her time on you. So I don't think that she wants to battle you. I'm not getting that. I'm getting that, she rather focus on her life and her work and the man that she likes or loves or is with and not worry about what battling you. That's probably why I got what I got. Yeah. So that's why she's like, why am I gonna waste my time on Monique if it's gonna ruin what I have, and I already have everything. So she might have that mentality, even if she doesn't have more than you or has more than you, doesn't matter. That's her mentality in the car, just saying, why would I worry about battling her? I'm not gonna lose my reputation at my job. Fuck that bitch. That type of shit. Like, yeah. So I'm not getting that she's gonna battle you. No. Right. Yeah. So that's why I got what I got. So she doesn't want to tarnish her legacy. But I don't get reverse shit. I got all like positive things. So if she were to like battle you, it'd be reversed because she wants to do harm. She wants to do bad shit to you. So I would say she's more focused on her life and her work than you. So that's good. I'm glad. And sometimes that's what people do. They're like, you know what? My life is good. I got a good job. Why am I worrying about battling this person? This is stupid shit. So, so yeah, that's what I got. It's like she's very focused on her job. Her job is her life. Yeah. Well, that's what people do. See, that's like me. I'm a business owner and a businessman, been like that for years. And my ex-brother-in-law has lied about me, talked shit about me, so I can ruin my reputation by going to slap the living shit out of him or beat him up. Or, say something that he can use against me in court or something. But I never gave him the time of day. And that's what makes him so mad. And he keeps talking more and more shit. But I'm not going to ruin my reputation or my business or my life because of some lying piece of shit. So, and he can say whatever he wants. He has no credibility like me. So that's how you have to look at it. Because sometimes that's the best thing to do is silence is better than bullshit. And sometimes it's best just to shut the fuck up and leave it alone. And just let people run their mouths and make themselves look dumb. That's what I do. Especially if they have nothing, on me like that. If I ain't done nothing wrong, then I have nothing on my conscience. Hey Marley, how you doing? You just got back from the football game? Cool. How is Emmy feeling? Good? Hey Marilyn, how you doing? She's doing better? Good. I'm glad. It's that KT tape, see? See what happens if you would have listened to me? You wouldn't need a damn doctor. You had Dr. Markey all along. Now I'm teasing. But I'm glad she's doing better. I don't want nothing happen to these kids. I have a soft spot for kids even though they're not mine. I don't want kids to suffer or be hurt. That makes me sad. I'm also sad because my friend's wife is in Boston and she got air ambulance out on Monday and they still don't know what's wrong with her. And she has some type of infection in her body that won't go away. And they've taken like all these tests. And I texted him today to ask him how his wife's doing. And he said not too good. And I almost fucking cried. I'm like, fuck, man. She's 44 years old, and she's like a sister to me. And he's like a brother to me. And I've known them forever, like, and it's like it hurts to know that she's suffering. She don't deserve that. She's such a nice person, man. I mean, I know you can be a nice person and get sick. It's life, right? It's your body. It's what you put in your body too that affects you. But I don't know. I told him that I'll pray for him, and I told him that I'll pray for her, and I hope that I hope that she's gonna be okay, man, because she's got two kids, and her kids are so cute and so good. Her parents are like my second parents. You know, we're all like family. We're not family, but we're like family because we've known each other for so long. And I would be devastated if something happens to her. You know, there's so many fucked up things that's happened this year with people, man. It's so fucking crazy. But yeah, I've been praying for her every night since she's been out there. But yeah, the update from him was she's still running tests and she's still trying to find out. They're still trying to find out what the hell's wrong with her. You were flirting with the glass guy, of course you were. He's replacing a piece of glass in our home. Okay. That's alright. It's okay to flirt. You can be a flirt widow, a flirting widow. That sounds like what happened to Mama in 2020. They gotta find out the right type of IV antibiotics to get rid of it. Well, hopefully that's the case, Marley. I'm really hoping, you know. I really hope so because I would be devastated if something bad happens to her. That will hurt me if something happens to her. She's been so good to me, man. Her family, everybody, she's been very good to me. She's always been a good friend of mine. She still is. But I know. I know one thing that my prayers work. So I'm going to keep praying because God listens to me. I know He does. And I'm going to keep praying like a motherfucker. Because I don't want nothing to happen to people I love. All the bad bastards, they can go to hell. But all my friends, I always pray for them. Give me a second. I got to get some water. Oh, good Lord. Oh, good Lord Jesus, help me. Oh, Jesus. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Her name's Lindsay. So you could pray for her, please. Pray she gets better. The more prayers, the better. Hey, Sophie, how you doing? Oh, good, Monique. That sounds good. Hopefully you get it. Marilyn, thanks for the super chat. You said, "What are my Gemini's aunt's thoughts and feelings about you?" Do you think that everybody thinks about you every day, Marilyn? Do you think that? I'm being serious. I'm asking you a serious question. Do you think that everybody thinks about you? Because I do. I think people think about me every day too. I feel like I'm that important. You're always on my mind. I swear, I think I am on people's minds. Because people always tell me, "Oh, I was thinking about you just the other day, Mark." I was like, "Oh, you did you? What were you thinking about?" If you weren't thinking about nothing bad, people always say, "Man, I was just talking about you the other day. Remember that time we did this and did that?" I'm like, "Okay, good, bro. All right, you be thinking about me." Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course I do. Marty be singing that shit. Marty be singing the next live. Marty's gonna be singing. Marty's like, no, they don't think about me. I ain't that important. You saying that they don't think about you, but you want to know what they think about you. See, you just ask what are Gemini's auntie's thoughts and feelings about you. So it's like I have a microphone and be like, "Hello, are you Marilyn's Gemini aunt?" And she'll look at me like, "Gemini aunt? What does that mean?" Oh, right, the month I was born. Yes, I'm a Gemini. Yes. I like. Do you think about your niece, Marilyn? No. Okay. Why you ask? She asked me, and I want to know. Okay, yeah, she's my niece. You know. Okay, cool. So that's your answer. She said you're just a niece, and she just don't really have much to say. Can you imagine though, if like you can get a chance to like hold up a microphone to somebody like that, be like, "How you doing?" I mean, she be like, "Who are you, by the way?" "Oh, I have Marky Mark's Tarot TV. I go around interviewing people's like aunts and shit, and uncles and mothers and fathers, and ask them what they think about you." All right, let me stop bullshitting. Um, I would say your aunt thinks that you're okay, that you're doing good, and that's why like she probably thinks that you're okay with your life and you're doing good. But she feels like you probably don't make effort to talk to her, and she probably feels disappointed about that. She also thinks that you might be not caring about her like that. She might think that you think differently of her or you think bad of her or something. But I would get like a 50-50 feeling about your aunt, how she feels about you. She might be disappointed, or she might feel like you like don't want to speak to her, or you don't have time for her, or maybe she's not your favorite aunt or whatever. So I would say like she kind of thinks that your whole family is okay, and she might think that my niece Marilyn might not like me, or that's probably why she don't really speak to me or goes out of her way to talk to me. And then she says, "Well, I love her regardless. I wish her the best, even though she probably doesn't speak to me." So, if you're not really like talking to this Gemini aunt on a regular basis, she's probably disappointed that you don't talk to her all the time. So, because you come up reversed in the card, so that means that she's not really communicating with you, or she doesn't really think about you like that. But if you were to like say something to her, she'd be like, "Oh, I'm surprised. My niece Marilyn called me today and just checked up on me. That was weird. She doesn't do it all the time." So that's the type of cards I have here. Where she has nothing against you personally, or doesn't think that you're a bad person, but she probably thinks that there's not much contact between you guys, so whatever. Or she might be like saying to herself, "Oh, I wonder how Marilyn's doing. I wonder if she's married, or I wonder if she has a boyfriend. I wonder if she has kids, or I wonder if she keeps her life away from me and don't tell me nothing." So it could be that. So I don't know if this makes sense, Marilyn, but that's what I got in the cards. And if your aunt is like shy and to herself, she's not gonna really go out of her way to talk to you, you know? I think she just keeps to herself. Gemini women can be like kind of like shy unless they really know you. If they don't know you, they ain't really gonna give you the time of day. Or if you ain't really giving them the time of day, they're gonna be like, fuck you, I ain't talking to you first. You better come kiss my ass. And I know a few Gemini women, they're like that. They only want attention from certain people. That's just my analogy on that. So I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what the cards are saying. Yeah. Well, at least it's interesting. See, like I say many times, if there's no communication, then there's not really a real concrete answer, you know? So if you and her don't really communicate a lot, then the answer is going to be like blah, or it's going to be like a 50-50 thing. Like, I know who you are, but, I'm not going to sit here and think about you and wonder what you're doing. But if you do communicate with the person, then you get more information. So, yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad it was. You're welcome. As long as it makes sense, it's all good. But I like to remind people that sometimes when you ask about people, you know, if you know what they're like, then the answer will mean more. But if you don't know, then it's like you're barking up the wrong tree. You said it makes sense. She does keep to herself. Okay, well, good. That's probably why I got what I got. That's like a Gemini thing. Gemini women have that trait. They keep to themselves. They stay out of sight and out of mind. They don't want no bullshit, no drama. They just want to be behind closed doors and just like chill and lay on their back or whatever. But when they're ready, they can be rowdy. Hey, Lucky, how you doing? Marty's cracking up. Marty, what you got planned for your birthday in 2 weeks? Big 4-0, what's going on? Where's the party at? Party at 20. You got 20, not less than 20 days. 2 more weeks, Marley. Marley's gonna be in the 40-year-old class. Oh, that's cool. That's the way it should be, man. You ain't gonna be that old. 40 ain't that bad. 40 is a good time to change your life the way you want it. That my whole life changed when I went 40. When I went 40, I had a reality check. I woke up in the summertime. I went 40 in February, and then August I had like this big like transition thoughts and period in my life where I woke up, I sat up in my bed and I looked myself in the mirror and I said, fuck Mark, you're 40 years old, bro. You gotta change your life. And I said, what's gonna make my life better in every way? So you gotta be an example for your nephews. They're getting older, they're starting to catch on to what you're doing. And if they start doing the way they idolize you now, if they start smoking weed, cigarettes, and drinking like you do, then you're gonna get the fucking blame. Then I said, but I can't just do it for them. I gotta do it for myself. So the next day, I said, well, it's time to stop smoking, drinking. It's time to lose some weight, sort my shit out. And that's what I did. I changed my whole life when I went 40. I had this big, like, conversation with myself and sorted my shit out. And I'm so glad I did. I'll always remember my 40th birthday year. And I had a nice little gathering with friends and family. It wasn't a party, but it's a little get together. And I said to myself, fuck am I gonna do? Like, how am I gonna sort this shit out? And right before I went 40, I broke up with this hoe that I was dealing with. So I gave up women too at 40. I gave up trying to understand them. That's why the last 8 years of my life has been a blessing. Single and fuck off. Leave me alone. I've been single since I've been 40. It's been a blessing. Yep. When I was 40, I was like, when I was 39, I was going out with this fucking whack job. I had to get rid of her. I got rid of her, and like in my 39th year, I was like at the very end before Christmas, I got rid of her for good. And then when I went 40, I said, fuck this, I'm not going out with nobody ever again. So sick and tired of these bitches. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna stay single until I find somebody decent. And I ain't found nobody decent in the last 8 years. I've dated here and there, but nothing serious. Nothing that I want to like say, okay, yeah, I found the one. So I've been single for 8 years and it's been the fucking best time of my life. I ain't gonna lie. It's been so nice not dealing with these fucking weirdos and shit. Aggravate the piss out of me. Marilyn, thanks for the super chat. You said, what did Steve the roofer think about our meeting today? Is he gonna do the job? The man, if you ever find a decent guy lucky, which I hope you do, I feel sorry for that man for putting up with your ass. You drive that mofo fucking nuts. I'll give you some advice. Don't aggravate him. You drive that man crazy. You wouldn't even let him breathe. He be calling that mofo every fucking 10 minutes. Honey, how you doing? Oh, you just called me 10 minutes ago. Yeah, I know, but I love you. I need you. Please talk to me. Please, pretty please. I'd be like, look, woman, I got shit to do. But, I need to tell you something. You know what happened today? This happened, that happened. You're not like that? Why you lying? Why you always lying? Why you always lying? She knows. I'm only teasing her. I wish everybody finds love. I'm not a hater. And I'm not jealous. I don't care. I actually want her to find a man so she'll leave me alone. That'd be like the blessing of my life. If she found a man and she came in here with Mark, I'm dating this guy and he's the best and You know, see you guys around. I'll be like, hasta la vista, baby. Smell you later. Leave me alone, woman. That goes for everybody. Shit. Leave me alone. Go hang out with your man. Leave me alone. Because you hang around me and talk to me, he's going to get jealous. I'm only teasing, Lucky. Marilyn, I would say that Marilyn, I would say this guy, Steve, I still get like the same vibe I got off of him the other day when you asked me about him. Like, I would say that this guy is kind of like, I feel like he liked you and he felt that the meeting was good and everything was fine. I feel like he's a dickhead, but he'll get the job done. You know what I mean? I feel like he will do the job, but I think him personally, he's like an ass, you know? But he'll do a good job in his company. I don't think he's actually gonna do the work. His workers will do the work, but I think he's just an ass, you know? But he thinks you're a good person and he's willing to do the job. Because I got all good cards as far as him doing the job and him being okay to deal with, but him, his personality or his way. Like if you feel like he's like a weirdo or he has like this way about him, and you're doubting him as a person, and you think he's a bullshitter, then you're right because that's what he is. He talks to hear himself, and he's probably full of himself. But as far as doing the job, it'll get done and it'll get done properly. And I feel like he will do it. I just think that he's like an asshole in reality. Like you know, if you ain't seeing that part of him now, then you might see that part of him. I feel like he's a person that doesn't trust anybody, so he's probably not gonna come off as how are you doing, man? How are you today? How's your day going? Oh yeah, sure, I'll do your roof. Yeah, sure, here's the price. I'll do a great job. And how you doing? Oh yeah, I really love your house. I don't think he's like a happy-go-lucky type of guy. He's like he'll probably be like, yeah, yeah, I can do the job, and yes, okay, yeah, okay, right, yeah, mm-hmm, okay, yeah, fuck you. I'm gonna take your money and do the job and go to hell. That's the type of person I see. But to answer your question, I feel like he'll do a good job and everything will get done. Because I feel like he just owns the company and he'll have the people do the job. But he's a dickhead. And that's a lot of people in business. There's a lot of assholes out there that do good work. You know how many people have said to me, hey, you know that guy, Mark? He's a real asshole, but he knows what he's doing. Some people say that about me. Some people say, Mark, he's a good electrician, but he's an asshole, man. He fucked me off. He did this to me. He said that about me. He teased me. He disrespect me. Yeah, that's probably me. I'm good at what I do, but I can be an ass if you want. So either way, I feel like he'll do a good job. Yeah, see, Marty just confirmed that. Sounds like my ex-husband. He owns a welding shop. He's an asshole, but he's a good welder. See, can't make this shit up. Some people say that about me. Oh, Mark, he's an asshole, but you know why I'm an asshole? Because I tell the truth and people don't like it. That's why I'm an asshole. Because when you say something to me, I'm going to call you out and tell you the truth, and you're not going to like it, and I'm an asshole. But at the same breath, you're going to say, he's an asshole, but he knows what he's doing. Look how good of a job he did. A lot of people say that about me. Because I ain't going to put up with your bullshit, you know? I'll be cool with you, but if you want to be an idiot, then I'm going to show you how much of an ass I can be. So I don't know if that makes sense, Marilyn, but That's what I got. So to answer your question, he will. It looks like he will take the job, and he will do a good job. But him personally, he might come across as that type of assholeish type person. He likes you though. He looks at you as the empress. Like he probably looks at you and say, "Yeah, I hit it. Maybe after I finish the roof, I can bang her on there or something, or maybe I can hit on her or something. See if she likes me." I used to do that too, man. I used to work for certain women. I'd be like, "Yeah, I hit it. Yeah, she's good. I wonder if she does sexual payments if she can't pay the bill." Yeah. So there you go. You know. So if he told you a certain price and then added 5, 10 to you, it was a tax. See, that's being an asshole. See, doing a big roof job like that, you gotta cover your bases. You gotta cover your ass. And people who have roofing businesses and construction businesses and electrical business like myself, we always add a little extra to cover our asses just in case something happens. So if he told you his tax is probably bullshit, but it's just his way of getting that little extra. Hey Brian, how you doing? You're welcome, Marilyn. That's good, man. Stay positive, bro. Stay positive. Keep praying. God's listening. And if you're getting through, that's good. Brian, whoever is the leader of the band, right? Whether it's you or whoever's the leader has to be, creative enough to make these guys stay in the band, right? Because I get a older guy, whoever's the oldest is somebody who doesn't want to make any mistakes, but at the same time, they can be kind and generous at the same time. But they also whoever's the oldest feels vulnerable to staying and keeping it together, right? And there's another person, right? Um, the other person that I get here is someone who's very like, um, feels kind of hasty, or they feel like they're not getting the correct advice about the band, or they're like trying to like see if they can break off of it. And this might be causing you to feel the way you're feeling about the band. But whoever's in charge, I feel like has a responsibility to keep it together. So whoever's in charge and the head of the band, they got to be more creative. They got to be more self-reliant. They got to show that they have the skill to make it happen, you know? Because if whoever's in charge, if they're going to try to deceive the others or make the other ones think that they're not, good enough, then it's not going to work. And this is from now to the end of the year. There could be like, a lot of doubts between at least two of the people that are in the band. Because if it's you, Mike, Desi, Casey, and your dad, that's five people. So out of those five, there's two people that are questioning whether or not they want to be a part of the band. And they're kind of hoping that the person that's in charge can make them feel a certain way for them to stay or to be like, focused on being in the band at least. And I feel like whoever these guys are, they're losing sleep over it. They got anxiety. They got like they might be like having a lot of worry because if they put time into the band and commit to the band, then they can't commit to their personal life and their whatever they're doing. So it boils down to two people questioning whether or not they want to stay. And to me, it's an older guy and a younger guy. So whatever the age brackets are, I would say the oldest guy is like exercising whether or not he wants to stay, but he feels vulnerable enough to stay, and he doesn't want to make no mistakes, obviously. But there's another guy here that like is probably younger or the youngest, and this person feels like they're not getting the correct advice, or they feel like if they're not active enough, they're gonna get critiqued by you guys, or they're gonna feel like out of place because they're the youngest. So at the end of the day, to answer your question, it will continue. I feel like at least to the end of the year, but there's going to be some issues that have to be brought up by the leader of the band. The leader of the band has to say, hey, look, I know you guys, you have free will to do whatever you want, but I really want the band to stay together. I want all you guys to have self confidence. I want you guys to, really, you know, do what you can and let's talk about it so we can stay together. It can't just be the leader saying, oh, you have to do this and you have to do that, because then the other people are going to be like, fuck you, you know. So it's up to the leader of the band. Your Scorpio aunt now? How many damn aunts you have, woman? She says, does my Scorpio aunt talk trash about me? Man, don't worry about her. Even if she does talk trash about you, you can call her a Scorpio. That's all. That's the disadvantage of being a Scorpion woman. You can call him a Scorpio. You be like, shut up, Scorpio. Shut your ass up. You be talking shit about me. See, Marley is a Scorpio. No. She says, no, 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 no. She's not a Scorpio. She says, I'm a Scorpio. No. No, you ain't coming in here, and no, you ain't talking to me, and no, get away. Brian, you said it's probably Desi and Casey. Yeah. So those are the two people that you're going to have to convince, or whoever the leader is going to have to convince. I mean, you don't have to convince those people. I feel like they need a talking to. You know what I mean, Brian? So it's really up to you to keep those guys on board or not. But I feel like there's two people that doubt the situation or doubt the band. You're welcome, bro. And just remember, everybody can be replaced. They might not be the same, but they can be replaced. And I hate to use that term because my boss used that shit on me. He replaced me, but the person he replaced me with it ain't me. That's what I told him. I said, you can replace me, yeah, sure, but it won't be like me. You can replace somebody, but that person will never be me, bruh. All right, let me check your Scorpio aunt if she's talking shit about you to the family. if this Scorpio ant is talking shit about you and they don't believe her because she has no credibility. That's what I got. Like they know she's a liar. They know that she's like temperamental and she gets mad at just anything that happens. And that sounds like Scorpio type of energy. But Scorpios can be temperamental and they can like go off the deep end when you say something to them. And they'll lie to you if they have to save their shit. But that's not everybody, but that's some Scorpios I know do that shit. So I would say that whoever she's saying stuff to, they don't believe her because she has no credibility. Yeah. It seems like this Scorpio aunt you have, it seems like she's a loner. Like she likes to be alone. And when somebody talks to her, she'll start talking shit. But I don't think she's really talking a lot of shit just about you. I think she talks shit about people in general. And I feel like the reason she does is because of what's happened in her past or what you've done, what you guys have communicated in the past. So the energy that she puts out there is past energy. Like people are like, oh God, this damn woman, she's always talking about the past. Like let that shit go, ho. You know? So I think that she does talk shit about you and about a lot of people, and they don't believe her because that's how she is. She just talks shit to herself. And there's a lot of people who do that, and people will never believe them because they never said anything true. So if people talk shit, then they're gonna be like, yeah, whatever. It reminds me of my ex brother-in-law. He goes around talking shit about all of us, and none of the things he says is true. And now everybody knows he's a liar, and that's why he's all by himself and his hoe, him and his hoe forever, all by a lonesome. Nobody cares about you. 6 aunts. You sound like me. I have 6 aunts too. Actually, I have five. My bad. I thought I had six, but I have five. 5 aunts. Well, technically, I have six, but one of my uncles got divorced. So his first wife is still my auntie by marriage, if you want to count that. So maybe you might want to recount if that's happened to you too. Because a lot of people don't understand that that really counts. Like whoever marries your uncle or your aunt is your aunt too, right? So my uncle here, he got married twice. So technically, I had 6 aunts, you know, but now I have five because she's gone. So yeah, I would say yeah. I had six, but now I have five. Yeah, so that's what I would say. It's Maria. Oh, Maria, Maria. I ain't seeing my Maria pain in the ass today or yesterday. She must be caught up with Woti, the one and only, the one and only Maria Caballero, straight out of Mexico. in the heart of the ghetto. Marilyn, you say she lies all the time? Well, there you go. Then they ain't gonna believe her. She's a Scorpio lion hoe. She's a Scorpio liar. Remember one time I told you I go by Celeste? Yeah, I had an ex named Celeste. She's still fine. I saw her the other day. Celeste, you are the best. Let me put this D on you and make you rest. No, I won't be a pest. I'm only gonna be the best. No, I'm not a rapper. I used to date a girl named Celeste, but she couldn't handle me. So I ended up being cool with her friend. No, she's married with kids. And I already told you 1,000 times, Lucky, I don't go back to people. I'm not you. Yeah, I did. I saw her at the grocery store a while ago. She's still looking sexy. She's not bad for 50. She's a year older than me. She's like 49, good at 50. She's still looking good. I'll smack it. But she won't let me now. She's married. And plus, she's a Jehovah's Witness. When my parents found out I was dating her, they were like, "Oh my God, you're dating a Jehovah's Witness? Don't you know her family's Jehovah?" I said, "I don't give a fuck what Jehovah's Witness shit is. I don't give a fuck. All I want is some coochie. I ain't worried about no Jehovah's Witness shit. I ain't gonna go knock on nobody's door with her. I'm knocking their door down. Give me that coochie, baby." I was young and crazy. All right. Thanks for the super chat, Maria. You said, "How am I feeling?" Well, I've had better days. I'm tired of shit. And I'm just out here trying to keep my mind occupied. And, you know, I ate a lobster today in memory of my dad. So he used to love lobster, but he couldn't eat it because he would get gout and shit. So I had a lobster for him today. See, the Portuguese and because I'm Portuguese, right? So the Portuguese culture is when somebody passes away, you eat things in memory of them, or you do things in memory of them, especially like things that they couldn't do. So he couldn't eat lobster at a certain, because he couldn't. So then now I'm eating the lobster for him, you know. When I ate it, I said, "This for you, Dad. Thanks." I've been doing that a lot lately. Because, you get to a certain age, you can't eat shit no more, right? It affects you. But he used to fuck up some lobster. He used to eat the legs and everything. He made sure that carcass was fucking empty. He used to make me laugh when he ate lobster. He made sure he got all his money worth. See, I'm not like that. I cut the legs off and threw them away. I don't want that shit. Yeah, I ate it in memory of him, though. So, yeah. But, yeah, thanks for asking. I'm all right. I'm hanging in there. I use death and spirit to my advantage. I don't really, my dad's helping me, so I'm good. I just beg him to help my mom make sure she's okay. And so far, he's done a good job. Nothing bad's happened to my mom, which I don't want to. All right, you want a general for the month of November? All right, let me check. All right, Maria. So what I get here is work is going to be good for you in November. You might be very busy, I guess, because of the holidays coming up. You might be busy, might be working a lot more hours. They might offer you more hours to work. Whoever your boss is, they think that you're doing a great job at your work. You're thinking you're doing well. I think that made sense. Anyway, your job is going to be in high demand, so you're going to be like very busy in November preparing for Christmas or Thanksgiving or whatever. So next month is going to be a work month where you're going to be working a lot. Um, you'll be in high demand, meaning that if things get busy, they might say, "Hey, Maria, look, we guys want you to do some overtime." Blah blah blah. You might be like, "Yeah, okay, cool, I'll do it." And if it isn't that, it's just like you doing a great job at work and them recognizing you for it. You be like, oh, about time you move first. Know who is hustling around here, you know? Or people might talk about you and say, hey, look, Maria's really good at her job. She does a great job. She did this, she did that. So then you might get your ass kissed. Okay, good. That's good. Okay, Marilyn, good night, sweetheart. Sweet dreams. Okay, good. See that's good, Maria. I'm glad. See, and it's gonna continue. If you're getting that now, in November is gonna be even more. And if you're wishing for a certain thing, because you got the wish card here, the second card is the wish card. So that's the like, the present. So you're asking about November. So whatever you're wishing for to happen is gonna happen next month. Like you'll get what you're wishing for. Be careful what you wish for, right? But this wish means that you're going to have good health. Your difficulties will be less. You'll have more stability. You'll have more success, and you'll be able to buy materialistic things if you want. Some nice Victoria's Secret underwear or bras. You know, some eyelashes or some. You know, you don't need a booty lift, so you're good. Or you might get them G's. Them nice G strings from Victoria's Secret. But anyway, yeah. The only thing that I see that's like a bit negative is like people are gonna try to like they because they see your success, because they see your success, they're gonna try and trick you or like make you be cautious against your decisions. They're gonna like test your gains. Like as they see you gain in November, they're gonna try to make you not gain and not make you get things. So you might have some hating ass hoes around you at work that might be like, oh yeah, look at her, she's doing this, doing that, fuck that bitch, blah blah blah. But it's just like bullshit. Like people who are trying to make you contradict yourself or people who contradict themselves and then come to you and like be like, making you second guess yourself, or you might be very cautious about making a decision about something, and then you're going to be like, you know what, I know I'm making the right decision because this is going to be better for me. And this decision can also be about your home life. So wherever you live, you might like be like, you know what, I'm peaceful at home. I feel like my home is my heart. My heart is where my home is. I feel like wherever I live is great. So why should I doubt that part of my life or that place that I live? And if it isn't that, it's just people that's trying to aggravate you at work or be like dickheads and shit. There's a couple people like that at my work too, mad dogging me because they never thought I could be. Yeah, so that probably it right there then. So there could be one person in particular. If there's like a person that's younger than you, they're hating on you. So this could be like a younger person, a specific young person that's hating on you. But I wouldn't worry about them. Fuck them, because they don't have the only ability they have is to dispute whether or not you're good at what you're doing. So they might critique you or make you feel like doubt yourself. Oh yeah, you think she's good, but she did this. Whatever she did, it was crooked. You know, but I did it. Haha. you know, that type of bullshit. But it doesn't seem like it's gonna be affecting you that much. But also in November, the last thing I see here is you feeling peaceful when you come home. You know that saying, your home is where your heart is where your home is, or your home is where your heart is. So every day when you go home in November, you're gonna be like, I'm so glad I'm home. I can rest, I can recover, I can go to sleep, and I just want things to be, I just want to come home and just relax. And when I come home, I feel like all my worries are gone. And I feel like being here, I'm just happy to just know that I have a place to live. And I don't think I ever want to move from here. Like, I'm lucky because all these people say that where they live is all this bullshit. So you're like, not me. But I would suggest, and my advice to you is not to tell people about your good things. And I know that sounds weird some people, but if you understand what I mean, is like when we have success, right? You're not supposed to tell certain people, because when you tell certain people about your success or your plans or how good your life is, as soon as you tell them, they're gonna zap you with that negative energy, even if it's not to your face. In their mind, they're like, yeah, this motherfucker, they got all this good shit going on. Here I am suffering. What makes this bitch more special than me? And I when I tell people that shit, they say, no, Mark, you really think people are like that? Duh. There's people out there who don't want to hear about your success. They're jealous and they're just fucked up. And that's what happens with me plenty of times. I never tell people what I'm doing. And then they'll find out something about me and mention it. I'll be like, oh, I didn't know you was, working at that place. Or I didn't know you had a new van. I'll be like, yeah, man. I'll just say, yeah, you just had to buy a new van. The old one was acting up or something. Oh, but I see the guy driving your old van. I say, yeah, yeah. I just needed an upgrade. I ain't gonna sit there and tell him business is good and I made money and I'm doing this. I mean, fuck you. I ain't telling you nothing. You ain't none of my company. I ain't gonna tell you shit. You ain't my lawyer. Yeah, exactly. The bad eye, yeah. So, like, because you're doing good, don't get too excited and tell people your good fortune. You can tell me because I'm not hating on you. I wish the best for you and everybody on here. I'm not one thing about me. I ain't hating on nobody. I don't give a fuck what you doing. If you're succeeding, I'm happy for you. If you ain't succeeding, then that's your problem. I ain't worried about you anyway. You succeed, you succeed. You don't, you don't. It's your fucking problem, not mine. But if you're succeeding and you're doing good, I'm happy for you. I'll be the first one to like encourage you to do better. You know. But some people you tell, they'll be like, yeah, this bitch can't believe she's got this luck and nah, 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 nah. Then it fucks up your program and your vibe. But yeah, otherwise that Maria looks good. Well, if you want to be protected by that type of energy, I can tell you exactly how you can protect yourself, especially if it happens at work. What you got to do is, I don't know if you really like, if you're a believer of God or you're a Christian or whatever. And even if you are, aren't, if you're a Christian and you believe in God, I would say go get some holy water. Put some holy water in like a water bottle like this. Go get some holy water. Yeah. Boom, boom, bam. Every morning. Every morning when you wake up, right? Bless yourself with holy water. That right there takes away that evil eye. It's like a force field for evil eye. And if you do it every single day, you'll see a big difference. Trust me. I do it every day. Ain't no evil coming my way. Fuck. If it does, it reflects off and goes on their whole ass. Unfortunately, there's a lot of haters out there and they want to do bad shit to you, you know. Even if you're not succeeding and you're fine as hell, they're gonna try and get you. Even if you're fine as hell and you're not succeeding, they're gonna try and get you. Even if you're ugly as hell and you're succeeding, they're gonna get you. They're gonna try to. But if you bless yourself with holy water every day, especially in the morning when you wake up, make that like a ritual. Wake up every morning, bless yourself with holy water, and after like about 10 days that go by, you'll see. You'll feel like you're immortal and no one can touch you because you're actually doing something that is deflecting the energy. And holy water is invisible on you, so they can't see the protection, which makes it better. If you're one of those people that wear all them bracelets and fucking crystals all over your ass and shit, that's like you're kind of like promoting that you believe, but you're promoting also like I don't care if she has that, I'm gonna deflect that. Thanks, Maria. I appreciate you. And it looks good. Looks like you're gonna have a good November. Make sure you go Victoria's Secret, right? All right, Lucky, you're gonna be my last one tonight. So Lucky is my last question for tonight, and I'm gonna sleep. It's already 1:30 in the morning. Damn it. All right. What the heck you asking me, woman? Should I prepare for any unforeseen event on business and love? And then you wonder why I say what I say to you. What type of damn question is that? You should always be prepared for anything. So, yes, you should be prepared for any unseen event on business and love. Good night. You're welcome. You're gonna have to come back tomorrow, I'm telling you. And you're not supposed to ask me that question until you're 64. I'm not answering that question until you go 64. You always got some counteraction for everything I tell you, don't you? You pretty much answered your own question. You should always be prepared. Me too, Tanya. Well, the only negative thing that I see here, Lucky, as far as business, is like you having anxiety, you thinking about if this doesn't work, I'm going to be embarrassed. You being indecisive, hesitant, or you're worried about losing or being uncertain, doubtful. This is just you. So this is saying that the only unforeseen things in business is you doubting the process and how it's going to work. But if you keep communicating with everyone in business, then you'll be fine. These new these new relationships you form in this business sector, you got to approach them in a new way and not an old way. And what I mean by that is like you have to these new acquaintances and new knowledge that you're getting, you got to make sure you use it to your advantage and make sure that these new things that you have don't embarrass you in the end. But if you feel like you're gonna be like embarrassed or anything like that, it's all in your mind. The main thing for nothing to be unforeseen, you have to keep the communication going, and you got to keep like the positivity going. All these new things that you've acquired, you have to make sure that like you don't think it's going to like burden you or embarrass you or make you feel the anxiety of losing. And you might have some difficulty in understanding people, or you don't really want to work with certain people, and there might be some conflicts coming up, especially with a woman. But the best thing for you to do in that case is to like communicate as much as you can. And if you feel like you've communicated enough, then you got to make a decision that's not going to hurt you in the long run. That's business wise. Good, Tanya. That's a good way to look at it. As far as love, there's nothing unforeseen. You're going to be alone, single. There's no luck in that department. There's no nothing coming in that department. I've told you this already. It just shows you being focused on yourself, being discreet, using your discernment, being safe, being there's no man here, there's no relationship, no love, no nothing. So nothing's coming up in your love life. That's completely like non-existent right now. And the reason probably why is because they want you to focus more on your business and your life. Because if you do have some type of love stuff coming up, it's gonna cause you setbacks. Capiche? What's the matter? You okay? What's the matter? I know, I'm getting off now. Okay? And we'll go outside for a walk. Okay? And then we'll come back and go sleepies. Okay, baby? Woman, didn't I just tell you that you're gonna be dealing with that? What are you doing? You dumb dog. Well, then you gotta go back and look at it. I tell you, you might be dealing with a woman in your business that you have to deal with. So if there's a woman in your business named Cassie, it's probably her. The advertisement, you can always go back and look and listen to it. You act like you don't go back and listen to it anyway 20 times. What's the matter? Huh? What's the matter, baby? I know. You always blaming the advertisement. You can go back and look again, and you can hear what I said. The advertisements don't cut off the live, you know. I'm to blame for that. if this Cassie chick, right? If you and this Cassie chick get into any situation where if you guys communicate a lot, there might be a decision that has to be made. And she's gonna tell you one thing and you're gonna think another thing. And you might disagree about a decision that has to be made. And then you might be very hesitant about making a decision. And then she's gonna be like, well, I think you should do this. And you're gonna be like, well, I don't want to do that. And then you guys might get into a little, not an argument, but like a decision making process. And that's going to cause like some issues. But if you guys communicate properly, it shouldn't be an issue. But it can be an issue if you make it one. Like it's a choice or decision that has to be made. So if you ignore this opportunity, it can cost you. It's nothing completely bad. It's just like a situation where you might feel like, if I don't listen to her, I'll be fucked. And then if she fucks up, then it's on her. So either way, I'm okay. So you can think about it like that. But that's what it means. That's what the situation is. Yeah. All right. I need to get out of here. I've been on here for like 2 hours. I need to get the fuck out of here. And this damn dog's aggravating me already. So I'm gonna take her ass outside to go pee, and I'm gonna go sleep. I can't believe I'm here this long. But yeah. I'll be here tomorrow, hopefully. Well, technically today it's Saturday, but yeah. All right, Tanya, Lucky, Nan, and whoever else is in here. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good weekend. If I don't see you, enjoy your Saturday, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. You're welcome, Tanya, anytime, and thank you for your support. I appreciate you. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Good night.